Talking about poetry, a lot of people, what we think about poetry is it's the philosophical side of life, and it stimulates our creativity, and it makes us feel good. But then, what I've observed is, as I'm going through, you know, different school of thoughts, I'm studying psychology all over again. Pandemic, I'm making use of this time period, right? So I'm going through a lot of books. I came through this very old and famous शेर of Mirza Ghalib. He says, ये इश्क नहीं आसान इतना समझ लीजिए एक आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है. These are very popular lines. Mirza Ghalib. ये इश्क नहीं आसान इतना समझ लीजिए. So, what is the practical application of a poetry like this? How do we use it in real life? That is what we are going to look at. It's going to be a little deep session, and if you follow this advice, it can help you grow in life. It can help you grow your career. It can help you grow your relationships, right? And it can also help you have better relationships. And when I talk about relationships, you see, when I address students who are below 18 years of age, it is about the basics of relationships that you understand, relationship that you have with your friends, your family, your teachers, your neighbors, making you a better social being. That is what I'm addressing. And if you're above 18, above 21 and all that, and once you start moving and evolving and getting into relationships that would eventually become intimate and all that, so the lessons for you would be a little different. All right, so I'm going to keep it very generic, so that you can, so that everybody, regardless of their age, would benefit from the session. So, like I said, Ghalib once said, "ये इश्क नहीं आसान, इतना समझ लीजिए, एक आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है." So, firstly, ये इश्क नहीं आसान. Now, let's understand this. Ghalib is talking about ishq. Now, what is ishq? Ishq is not what we saw in that movie that released about 24 years ago, 97, I think. Ishq, Amir Khan and Ajay Devgan and all that. Those people, that era, different era. So when we talk about ishq, movies have portrayed ishq in a very different way. Few movies have done justice, and few movies have, it was more of a smear campaign, when we talk about ishq. So what is ishq? Ishq has got two meanings. It's an Arabic word. It's got two meanings. One is love and the other one is passion. Okay, passion again can be intense love that you have. Passion is intensity. It can be towards love. You can passionately hate somebody as well, but then we will not talk about hate and those negatives, negative emotions, negative states of being. We are talking about love. Okay, so ye ishq, that is this love. Nahi aasan. Aasan is what Ghalib is telling us is when you are in love. Okay, now love can be. Now let me give you a very different perspective about this. Love, your passion can be your studies. Now, I don't know. You must be thinking, sir, आप तो पढ़ाई को छोड़ेंगे नहीं. Whatever it is, students को कहीं ना कहीं गालिब के शायरी में भी आप पढ़ाई को घुसा दिए. So whatever your take is, whatever you think, now let me tell you, it can be your studies, it can be your business, it can be your career. All right, love can be anything. Ishq can be towards anything. Ishq can be towards maybe your health, right, where you want to build your body. So whatever you define ishq as, okay, be it studies, be it business, be it self-development, be it building your body, or be it loving somebody else, be it maybe loving your family. Now, if you look at old cinema, you would see be it Mithun Chakraborty or be it Govinda or be it Jitendra, all these actors and all these movies, they spoke a lot about the hero being someone who is in love with his family and who goes out and works and puts in effort so that he takes takes care of his mother, does everything for the family. Even when you watch the movie Diwar, Amitabh, is a person who would do anything for his mother, and he doesn't care whether it is right or wrong. And even Shashi Kapoor, his brother, does everything for the mother. So it can be ishq towards family. That is what we need to understand. Ishq, love, right? So love, whatever you love, ye ishq nahi aasan. That means to say it's not going to be easy. Whomever you love, it's not going to be easy. Love and passion, to pursue what you love and to pursue your passions, you need to understand it's not going to be easy. So, ye ishq nahi aasan, itna samajh lijiye. So you need to understand this. So here, ishq, aasan, it is not easy. You need to understand this. Just saying, okay, fine, following my passions and all that, it's not easy. Just knowing is not enough. You need to understand it at a deeper level. That when you love your studies, cracking that exam, it's not going to be easy. You need to understand this. Loving your family, it's not going to be easy. Loving your lover or whoever it is, it's not going to be easy. All right? And in fact, he has compared, okay, इश्क नहीं आसा इतना समझ लीजिए एक आग का दरिया है आग का दरिया. What does that indicate? It tells you that it is the ocean of fire. An ocean of fire is a metaphor for the challenges that you would have. If you want to crack that exam, getting up early in the morning at 4:30, that's a challenge. It's like aag ka dariya. If you're building your body, staying there at the gym for hours together, lifting weights, maintaining your sleeping patterns, eating right, aag ka dariya, taking care of your family, putting in effort when it comes to business, going the extra mile, right? So that is what aag ka dariya indicates. It indicates challenges that you have and challenges that you don't like. Who likes an aag ka dariya? Oh, aag ka dariya hai yaar. Let me go take a swim. It doesn't happen like that, right? So that is why the next line says, ye aag ka dariya hai aur doob ke jana hai. Doob ke jana hai. Who would like to dive into aag ka dariya? That means to say, that also indicates, I'm reading between the words and lines here, my interpretation. Doob ke jana hai. Matlab, you see, doobna here is doing something that you don't like. It implies change. There will be a change in the routine. There will be a change in your habits. So that is what doobna indicates. Ye aag ka dariya hai. Challenges. Accepting these challenges is also accepting change. And let me tell you something. I just happened to read a quote today. So here, what I read was something very beautiful. It says, two basic rules of life are these. Number one, change is inevitable. And number two, everybody resists change. Roy Blitzer. And he adds on, the only person who likes change is a wet baby. Okay? So change is inevitable. You like it, you don't like it, things are going to change. There will be a time when you will have to get up at 4:30 to start your work. There will be a time when you have to adopt new habits and let go of old habits. There will be a time when your dreams, your goals will demand, your passion, your ishq will demand you to give up on the things that you love the most but are not related to your passions and to your love. Things like maybe watching serials upon, serials, episode after episode, seasons after seasons. Spending too much time with friends and all that. So there will be a time when your ishq, when your passion, when your love will demand you to give up on these habits. So change is inevitable. That means to say it has to happen. And then everybody resists change. So you see, that says it all. Everybody resists change. Everybody, they don't want to dive into the aag ka dariya Ghalib talks about. They don't want to dive. Right? Diving is doing something that you don't want to do. That's change. And that's resistance of change. But then people who make it, डूब के जाना है, डूब के मर जाना है नहीं बोल रहा है गालिब. गालिब क्या बोल रहे हैं? डूब के जाना है आपको. That is when आपका इश्क आपकी जो मोहब्बत है वो पूरी होती है, वो चाहे इश्क किसी से भी हो। हम लोग ना बहुत छोटा सोचते हैं, सोचते हैं कि इश्क का मतलब सिर्फ एक ही होता है लोगों को। तो मैं मोहब्बत की बात करता हूँ तो लोग सोचते हैं क्या यार मोहब्बत की बात कर रहे हैं, बच्चे क्या सोचेंगे। जैसे मैंने बोला, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, you need to understand what I just said. There will be challenges. You need to be ready to accept challenges. Ishq is not always the romantic ishq that we talk about. And if you are below 18 or even 22, 21, it is always better that you look at a romantic partner after you finish your graduation, your post-graduation, and all that, after you finish your education. In fact, I talk more about it in my advanced level. People who have attended it, they know how I connect certain theories, management theories, to students' life and how they can design their life. So today's lesson is very simple. What is it? ये इश्क नहीं आसान, इतना समझ लीजिए, एक आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है. So, do you get that? It's not going to be easy to live your love. It's about living, doing what you love, living your love. So I hope this interpretation has helped you. It has given you some clarity about how to approach your challenges and what ishq is and what passion is. You need to understand two things. Change is inevitable and people resist change, and you can either resist change or you can embrace change, and change is not going to be easy. That is what it is. Itna samajh lijiye. It is not asan, nahi asan. It's not going to be easy. It wasn't meant to be easy. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be painful. It's going to be like aag ka dariya. How do I redirect my passion? Why do you want to redirect your passion? What's a passion? Vidhi, what's a passion? Because redirecting a passion, what does that mean? You need to know what you love. You need to know what is your ishq. Because if people do not know what they love, what they desire, like in my last live program, I spoke from the Upanishads, talking about the deep desires, right? So your ishq is also something like that. Your passion, your deep desire, your driving force. So you got to know that. If you don't know that, there's Netflix waiting for you. There's Prime waiting for you. There are small goals waiting for you. Youngsters today, I just read this somewhere that they join jobs to buy a cell phone and a car, right? I'm not saying that's good or bad, but then you can be so much more when you find what is your ishq, what is your passion. So tell me, be quick, wanna be one of the best dentists? Okay, see, firstly, let me congratulate you. You said one of the best dentists. You never brought in your superiority complex or your ego here, and you never said, I want to be the best dentist. There's a difference between it. When you say the, in fact, if you know about Facebook, the first name I think they decided was thefacebook.com. And then people, when they got together, they said, let's drop the. Okay, and let's just have Facebook there. So one of the things, want to be one of the best dentists. So if that is the case, you really need to know the reason why you want to be the best dentist. You need to see, you need to start visualizing your future, maybe 10, 20, 30 years from now. What is it that you really want to achieve? Does your heart beat? Thinking about being the best dentist. Right, I have a goal, but I'm not able to concentrate. That means to say, see, Vidhi, you are able to concentrate. There are two things here. When you say you're not able to concentrate, firstly, you need to believe that you have the ability to concentrate. And number two, if it is a very big challenge, then you need to learn concentrating skills. I teach those skills. That's a different thing. If you're really inclined and serious about it, then you need to strategically put in time, effort, and money to learn this all-important skill. Concentrating. Okay, now if you have observed most of my programs, I talk impromptu. It's like I don't carry notes, nothing, and I talk and I make sense to people. And I'm addressing people who are well settled in life, people who have seen life, people who have achieved, a lot of success in life. So that happens because of my ability to concentrate when I'm reading something, when I'm studying something, right? That is how I keep connecting the dots and I keep talking. So coming back to your question, I have a goal, but I'm not able to concentrate. Now, you see, one of the reasons why people don't concentrate is because concentrating here becomes an aag ka darya for you. Okay, something that is very challenging. And the reason why it becomes that is because the goals that you have, you're not yet serious about those goals. Because a lack of seriousness of your goals will not make you concentrate. And if you tell me, no, sir, I'm already very serious about my goal and yet I'm not able to concentrate, then you need to learn how to concentrate. You need to understand concentration is a skill that can be developed. Not many people are aware of this, but then you got to know this, you got to understand this, that it is actually a skill that can be developed. Right? Hope the answer helps you. So, is being a lone wolf in life good? So, I think I'll take this question. बहुत फिल्मी अंदाज से सवाल पूछे हो तुम. Lone wolf. Okay, I like it. I like it. Lone wolf. Now, what do you mean by that? You see, sometimes you got to be a lone wolf, and sometimes you need to socialize, right? Because you need to understand one thing, that the way a brain is wired is that a brain needs socializing. Needs is a word. I never use, I did not use a word like want. So you need to socialize to keep the brain stimulated. Why do you think, these social media platforms took on this well? Be it Insta, be it, we had Snapchat, and then I think FB killed it. Instagram killed it. So we have Facebook, we have Twitter. Why do you think? These are all social media platforms. Social, you see that? So, lone wolf, I would suggest that having balance is a good thing. So that is what it is. You need to have balance. Be a lone wolf when you can. Get into the pack when you want to. So that is how it is. It's balance. My course is ready on how to develop focus, self-confidence, and self-discipline. A foundational course that every student has to go through. If you're serious about increasing your focus and your confidence and your self-discipline, you got to invest in this course. Your time, money, and energy. You cannot neglect it. And I'm going to make it very easy for you. We are running this offer right now. It's an amazing course. It has 3 parts to it, where I talk about focus. I reveal to you 15 minutes exercise that you need to do every day. This exercise helped me go from having a Bajaj Chetak to a brand new BMW. Okay, this exercise is very powerful. It keeps your focus intact. And number one. And number two, I give you 25 tips to increase your confidence. Exercises that you need to do and your confidence goes up. And if you're already a confident person, it's going to make your confidence even stronger. And number three, I teach you the 5-step strategy to increase self-discipline. It's a foundational course. It's a basic course that you have to go through before you really dive deeper. Okay, WhatsApp karo on that number for a brilliant offer. 48 hours may we will give you the link to access the program when you make the investment. And like I said, we are running this offer, so you may want to make use of that offer and the package. And I'm also creating a course on relationships. Okay, and it's going to be more on life lessons and relationships, how to make a relationship stronger, how to talk to the people whom you love and all that, right? So it's as simple as that. And this particular course that I have on relationships is for people above 18 years of age, because I would not, I want kids to focus on their studies as of now. So above 18, above 21 years of age, right? If you're in college and if you're attracted to someone, how to make that relationship stronger and how to approach people in the right way, how to have conversations with men, with women, right? And talking about my personal experience, yes, I've had my bit of my share of relationships, and I've been good at it. And whomever I was in a relationship with, I think they will talk good and negative about me, but most of it would be good. And I learned my lessons through experience. So being from a very emotionally unstable person to someone who's much better now, that's been my journey. And yes, now I know how to understand people. It's a work in progress. How to love people, how to influence or people to love you in return. Okay, it's not about forcing. It is not about manipulation. There are a lot of programs on the internet. They use the words like dark psychology, learn the dark psychology, manipulation, and get the woman you want, and all that crazy. Yeah, I don't mind using the word shit here. Okay, so because see, when you talk about dark psychology and manipulation, that's again, only shitty heads understand that, and shitty heads will attract shitty people in their lives. So when you say I'm going to use dark psychology to get that person into my life, it's not going to happen, number one. And even if it happens, that person will get lost inside the darkness that you already have, and even you're going to get lost in that darkness, and you're going to keep hitting the walls inside. You're going to keep falling in the pits, that wouldn't be visible to you. So that is what is going to happen. Right. So there is a very beautiful way to approach people where I'm bringing in a lot of psychology. I'm bringing in a lot of Eastern and Western poetry to improve community. It's a I think I don't know of anybody in this world who has brought in these many school of thoughts to build a program on relationships. Fields like psychology, number one. Okay, latest cutting edge psychological tools, number one. I'm going to study, research, and build this. And then number two, my own experience, okay, which I think is quite enriching. Okay, the students have attended my program, they know what I'm talking about. And number three is I'm going to bring in a lot of poetry right from your Renaissance period to the latest shires that we have, including this non-shire. So how do we break poetry and develop relationship skills? And then I'm going to bring in our Eastern mysticism, that is to say our scriptures, Eastern scriptures, okay, so that we understand the depth of love and relationships, and build strong roots. Okay, so that we will be able to attract the individual that we like, and we build on that relationship. We make it strong, and we remain strong if at all there's a breakup and all that. So it's going to be a proper life education for you that schools and colleges don't teach, and it's nothing to do with manipulation. It's all bullshit. It doesn't work. Eventually your mask will be off, and you will end up breaking hearts, and you'll end up in the darkness of sorrow and pain, melancholy. That is what usually happens. I focus more on building these amazing, awesome, loving, passionate, sparkling, scintillating relationships, right? So that is what it is. So it's just not about men. I will have courses for women also. The feminine energy that I have inside me. Everybody comes with this. I believe this. There's women. There's a woman inside every man, and a man inside every woman. I'm talking about energy. The feminine energy, I think, will inspire me to create courses for women as to how to build strong relationships with men, how to talk to men, and how to understand men. Because once we bring people together on a platform of understanding, compassion, love, and all that, the world will be a better place. That is what we need to understand. We will feel the joy within us, and a person in love accomplishes more than a person who's not in love, contributes more to this world compared to a person who's not in love. Okay, so all right, then I think I just happened to stretch. It's going to be one heaven of a course. Okay, that's going to help you with your relationships. If you're already doing well, it's going to do even better. And if you suck at relationships, you're going to be an amazing person when it comes to intimate relationships, your friends, your family, everyone. You're going to be a person people will look up to, at least most of them. God bless you. You were listening to MD Ahmed. I'm the founder of fuelforsuccess.com. Hope I served you well today, and I hope you got a few insights that you felt are powerful, and I hope that you will make use of these insights. I'll see you tomorrow.